champion here after this long, enduring season. Each race is about to come to an end for the Xfinity Series side as far as the seasons with no stages involved. Elliott Sadler going to start at the rear, so is Ray Black Jr. We're going to start 20th. We qualified in the 20th position as well. So here we go. We get to decide things here. Green flag in the air. And the final race of the season is underway here. Prime time racing. Who will win the championship here in this Championship 4 event? We got the controller for this one. As here we go, we've got Cole Custer. We're driving the 00 car here for Stewart-Haas Racing. Our teammate Chase Briscoe missed the championship race, so it is going to be up to me to win the crown here for Stewart-Haas Racing. Very interesting start to the race. Car feels very, very loose. Sometimes it's just really tough to tell. We're going to have to run this race here off the start, out of the gate. Down to the bottom of the racetrack, 3 wide, very tight. Had to get on the brakes a little bit, didn't want to slide up into the 23 of John Hunter Nemechek. We're going to make a pass though. At least for 19th, we moved up 1 spot. It took 2 laps. I don't think we got the fastest car in the field, at least for the first 10 to 20 laps of a run. Actually having to use the brakes in the corners just to really get it to turn down.
Careful, still there. All right.
Finally able to clear Derek Smithler before we get into turn 3. So tried not to hit the brakes that time.
Still there.
It's just too much of a closing rate on these drivers ahead of me if I don't use the brakes. 3 wide down the front straightaway now for 16th. Gonna make the pass. Gonna work on the 0-1 car now. There's slight contact there with Stephen White. We're up to 15th.
Careful, still there. You're all clear up top there.
I feel like the car handles better in turns 3 and 4 than what it does in turns 1 and 2.
Looking inside now. Inside, all clear.
Just excited to see what's to come here in this race. See if I can win the championship. It's only the Xfinity Series, it's not the Cup Series, but I still would love to win the championship. Like I did in the Truck Series when we raced a full season with no stages in any of the races. Trying to do the same here, go 2 for 2. This is more of a dominating season than what I had in the Truck Series too, so it's only fitting if I can win the title. And Noah Gragson currently out in front in this race. We've slowly moved up from the start of the race. We haven't moved backwards, so that's pretty good. The tire management in this race is definitely going to have to be key.
Still there. All right, you're clear.
A little tight there. Gonna make the pass on Brandon Jones though. Now trying to work on John Hunter Nemechek. Both of us have moved up from the start of the race. Trying to move up faster though. Slide job now in turns 3 and 4, and we're going to complete the pass on Nemechek. Up to 13th. Side by side with Clemens. Like to see as the run goes on too. Ooh, nice side draft off of turn 2. Got really close to him, but we did not hit him, and that was as perfect as we could have made it happen. Here's our teammate Chase Briscoe, struggling to even get into the top 10 right now. He's currently in 11th. Tyler Reddick is now just taking the race lead. Out of the big three in the Xfinity Series in real life this season, I'm obviously racing as one of them with Cole Custer here. But it'll be interesting to say the least as far as how the season will go. With the stage racing. It'll be a completely different ballgame in every series. It'll really change how I have to race with strategy throughout the course of the race. So just because I won the championship without stages in the trucks and possibly hitting the Xfinity Series, I'm in the playoffs in the Cup Series, I know for a fact. I have a shot at the regular season title going into Indianapolis, which is the last race of the regular season. We just don't know for sure how we're going to be able to run. This car's a little on the loose side, but at the same time I can really run both the top, middle, and bottom of the racetrack. We're on the bottom right now because until we get super late in this race, where I feel like I have to run the top. Now we're trying to make passes per position. This is the easiest way to do it.
You're all clear up top.
About to catch Michael Annette, first of our other three competitors we're racing for the championship against. Annette going to the bottom, so we're going to go to the top here. We're going to try to run a different line. Come off of turn 2. We're going to clear him.
Still there.
We got Christopher Bell. And 7th just in front of us.
Still there.
Down to the inside of Bell, and we're currently now 2nd on the championship leaderboard.
You're all clear up top.
We're going to clear him. Out of turns 1 and 2, Austin Cindric looking for the 4th position right now. He knows that we're closing in on him. We don't have to win the race, we just have to beat the other 3 drivers. I won the race in the Truck Series to win the title. Had to do it too because Johnny Sauter finished in the 2nd position, and now here we go to the inside of Cindric. And now I'm still side by side with Chastain instead. And Ryan Sieg might be holding Austin Cindric up here just a little bit.
Still there.
We'll try to get to the inside of Cindric once again, side by side for the championship lead. We got him at the line, and now to the inside of Ryan Sieg for 4th. We're going to clear Sieg off of turn 2 for 4th. And look at Austin Cindric. Possibly going to lose another spot because he's being caught behind Sieg. Is now Ross Chastain trying to move around him. And that would make me the only driver in the championship 4 that is in the top 5 currently. Now our next goal is to try and win the race, of course. Win the championship is obviously going to be number 1 here tonight, but if we win the race as well, that would be awesome. So we got a slow car on the inside of the racetrack already. I think Noah Gregson's getting held up just a little bit.
You got room, you're clear there.
And that'll move us up to 3rd. Up 2.5 seconds off Jeffrey Earnhardt, who was in the race lead. Tyler Reddick closing in on him, right behind. Lap traffic not working out for Reddick's advantages here, but now they're side by side splitting the lap traffic. 3 wide for the lead ahead now. And Reddick is going to take the race lead back once again. In the lead now, we're just less than 2 seconds back, and Jeffrey Earnhardt still getting held up by the lap car there. Not sure who the lap car is as of right now. And the lap car is going to be Elliott Sadler.
Still there.
We are on the top side of the track. We got Jeffrey Earnhardt on the bottom. We're going to get the straightaway speed off of turn 4. And here we go, trying to get a run on him now to the bottom. Into turn 1 to the inside for 2nd. And And a nice pass on Jeffrey Earnhardt made it look easy.
Car there on the inside. Clear down low.
Barely able to stay in front of him there. He was going to put up a fight. Probably going to have to try some sort of tire strategy in this race as well.
Careful, still there. You got room.
The reason why I say that is because we're limited to only being able to pit for tires 4 times, or 4 sets of tires
All clear.
in this race, so we'll have to see. Morgan Shepherd, who was the solo car on the racetrack a couple laps ago, now back on the racetrack once again. And how about Austin Cindric? He has just moved into the top 5. He's up to 5th. And only about a half second behind Gregson for 4th. Tyler Reddick, the race leader, 1.3 seconds ahead of Cole Custer here, which is who we're driving with. Jeffrey Earnhardt about another 0.8 of a second back from us. We got 3 lap cars just in front of Reddick now. Reddick to the inside of the lap car of Austin Hill. That's costing him some time as the lead is now trimmed to under 1 second. Gonna run the top side of the track with Reddick on the bottom. Reddick caught behind the lap traffic as well. We're gonna have a lot of straightaway speed compared to him here down the front straightaway. Look at the lead. We are closing in a ton on Tyler Reddick. On the brakes a little bit in turns 1 and 2 now. We're within a couple car lengths of the lead. Better drive off on turn 2 there. Heading into turn 3, Reddick protecting the bottom. We're going to run the top side. More like the middle, but we're still running above him.
Still there.
And we're going to have the straightaway speed off of 4. Reddick pulls up in front of us at the line, down to the bottom. Looking for a slide job pass into turns 1 and 2. We're going to complete it. And now Reddick with the crossover. Reddick will not complete the crossover. And it will be an official lead change back at the line when we get there.
You're clear.
So for the first time today, Cole Custer will lead a lap in this race, and it took until lap 23 to do so from his 20th starting position. Not really too long, all in all.
Clear up top. All right, you're clear.
So the in-car cam now for the first time here tonight.
Careful, still there. All right, clear outside.
Field is pretty well spaced out currently. On the opening fuel run of the race. As well, the opening run of the race is we have yet to have a caution in this one. I don't think we're going to run caution free, but of course you never know.
All right, you're clear then.
Even in the championship race for the Cup Series here at Homestead-Miami Speedway this year, that ended up only having 1 caution the entire race, and it came in the second stage. And it's just a spin out from John Hunter Nemechek, a rookie. He's only making, I believe, his 4th career start.
Stay low, stay low. All right, you're clear then.
If it wasn't for that little mistake that he made, bringing out the caution, then he wouldn't have had a single caution in the entire championship race. So we only have 1.
Still there. Clear all around there.
Just out to a 4-second lead now on Tyler Reddick. Cindric is 10 seconds back of the championship and the race lead. Of course, the more drivers we put a lap down, the better as far as racing the competitors. But once again, only really having to race 3 drivers in this one. But track position is going to mean a lot.
Stay on the bottom.
With me pacing to have the clean air if they do get a caution and another restart, that's going to be a tremendous advantage versus everybody else. The other championship drivers in the field, but Cindric has just caught and passed Jeffrey Earnhardt, and that will put Austin Cindric up now into the 4th position.
Still there. You got room.
This is where he started this race. He started the race as the highest of the 4 playoff drivers still remaining this season. He's fighting pretty hard there just to stay on the lead lap. Right up against the wall there. Had to get out of the gas. I was worried I was going to get in the wall there for a second. Cindric now catching up to even the 3rd place driver of Noah Gragson here. So slowly as this run moves on, not only I'm getting faster, but it seems like Cindric is getting faster as well. Just not seemingly as fast as what I've been going. I'm trying to break this race up into quarters here. If we could take 4 fresh tires of every single pit stop, if at all possible, that would be an ideal situation for my sake, but looks like we might take a 2-tire stop here for our first pit stop rather than a 4-tire stop to try to preserve the tires that we've got on the race car currently. That is if we pit under green. If we end up having a caution, I have no clue what I'm going to do yet. Really want to try to run this fuel out as long as possible, though. That is for sure. So honestly, if we stay green, I feel like I can control my own destiny in this race. Just let my strategy play out. It's worked out majority of the times this year. And I don't see it failing in this one. About a quarter of a track lead, roughly, on Tyler Reddick. A little over a quarter of a track lead. Probably closer to a third of a track ahead of him. 164 laps to go. Only 12 drivers are on the lead lap as we just put John Hunter Nemechek a lap down. Cindric has been in a great battle for third here over the last 10 laps or so as he's just trying to play cat and mouse with the lap traffic here on Noah Gragson, but Gragson just keeps beating him to the lap car, not allowing Cindric to get around him. Cindric could get up to third, though. That could likely end up allowing him maybe to even eventually catch Tyler Reddick for second. And if he finishes second, that does put the pressure on me, knowing that I have to win the race to win the championship. This is what I had to do in the Truck Series, despite the fact I won that race by a little, about 8 seconds, if I remember right. I had about an 8-second win. So I could coast the last couple laps, really assuming it stayed green, but still put the... Now you see Michael Annette. They're going to put the first of the championship 4 drivers a lap down now in this one, and in fact only 9 drivers are now on the lead lap. Briscoe's the first driver 1 lap down, but he is going to be caught and passed by Michael Annette. So now Michael Annette is the first driver 1 lap down in the 9th position. Sorry, in the 10th position rather. Which is huge if a caution comes out. Michael Annette will be the driver to get his lap back, and that would mean all 4 championship drivers are back on the lead lap. So it's key for me to try and run down whoever's next. And Annette just praying for a caution here sometime soon. And now Cindric is up to third. 21 seconds off the lead, but he is now up to third as he has just passed Noah Gragson. Christopher Bell yet to get into the top 5 as well. Not sure position-wise where he's at on the racetrack. Looks like he could be in 9th here just ahead of me. And that is the case. He's held up by 2 lap cars as well, so this is going to put Michael Annette in a bad position here. If Christopher Bell goes a lap down, and Bell will go a lap down. As well as Brandon Brown will go a lap down. So only 7 drivers on the lead lap. And Brandon Brown's the first driver 1 lap down. Bell right on his back bumper though, and if Christopher Bell passes him, that would be huge. So the battle for the first, to be the first driver 1 lap down is on the line there.
Stay on the bottom. You got room. You're clear there.
Got really held up there by Elliott Sadler on the bottom of the track.
Still there.
Gonna get around him though, eventually. The red box on the leaderboard on the upper left-hand corner of the screen indicates who is in the championship 4, and that's why you see me being the race leader having that mark. I'm in the playoffs still. I am currently in the lead. Tyler Reddick, or sorry, Austin Cindric rather, is the next closest championship 4 driver in third. Reddick, a non-playoff driver, in second. Reddick did make the playoffs, but in fact was shocked by not making it even to the round of 8. He was eliminated in the round of 12. There were only 12 playoff drivers that participated in the Xfinity Series playoffs. So one less round in the Cup Series. So therefore Reddick was eliminated in the first round. Estimated only about 7 to 8 laps left in the fuel tank here for fuel. on this opening run of the race. If we could split the race in quarters, we can make it a 3-stop race to the finish.
You got room. You're clear.
Still thinking about taking 2 right side tires here, but I think I might just play it out and take a 4-tire stop.
Easy on those tires.
Regardless of my thinking. Because this car's already a little loose, and I really don't feel like having to be even more looser than what it already is. Again, knowing if I could stretch this race to make it a 3-stop race to the finish as well, then I'll still have an extra set of tires at the finish. So that's likely what I'm going to end up doing here.
You're all clear on top there.
Less than 5 laps away now from making green flag pit stops. It will be the first set of pit stops in the race.
You're gonna blow on tires, dude. Looking inside now. You got room. You're clear.
10% tire wear left on the right front tire as well. So we'll see if that right front tire can last a full fuel run. It'll be close. The outside of Ross Chastain, he'll go a lap down now. As well as Jeffrey Earnhardt and Ryan Sieg making a 3-wide pass there. So only 4 drivers are currently on the lead lap. And 2 playoff drivers are a lap down. Lap 50 here. When this lap's complete, we will be a quarter of the way done in this championship race for the NASCAR Xfinity Series at Homestead-Miami Speedway here in Miami, Florida.
Go easy on the tires.
Cindric is falling back to 4th, but he's right behind the back bumper of the 3rd place driver, Noah Gragson. Cindric, though, will go a lap down. We were able to use Vinnie Miller as a pick there, now to the outside of Noah Gragson to put him a lap down. So now only 2 drivers are on the lead lap. We're going to try to stay out one more lap here. This is risky, but we're going to try to do it.
You're wearing those tires down, driver.
Right front tire will last another lap. We'll see if the fuel can last another lap. Just trying to stretch this tank as long as we possibly can here on the opening run. Opening fuel run of the race, opening run in general here as we are caution free through past the first quarter of the race. And as we come off of turn 2, we are sputtering on fuel into turn 3 all the way down the back straightaway as well. The bottom of the track we have to come in this time, so we know not to stretch it that far next time. And it does cost us time here in the process. We ran it to its limit here. We ran the full 55 laps. Estimated fuel, that is. So here we go on pit road for the first time here in this race. Ended up making a 4-tire pit stop instead of a 2-tire like I had originally planned. I made it a lot longer, and we stayed caution free there, so that definitely helped as well. Oh man, Ryan Sieg is really trying to get his lap back there as we were racing on the apron just to get back up to speed. And we're back to the inside of him again. We're going to feed him into get up to speed. He wanted to go. I did not like him for doing that. I passed him right back on the apron before we got back up onto the racetrack, and now trying to stay ahead of him here. We're up to speed. Austin Cindric was able to lead that last lap. He stayed out a lap longer just to try something different, but now I'm trying to really block off Ryan Sieg here to keep him a lap down.
All right, he's waving you off in front. He's pitting this time.
Looks like Reddick is back out on the racetrack, racing fine. Here's Sieg now, trying to get his lap back. He's going to clear us. Austin Cindric is a lap down. He's the first driver, and now Jeffrey Earnhardt is the first driver lap down. So the other three playoff competitors, championship 4 competitors, are currently a lap down on the racetrack. You never know what can happen here from this point on. He is now falling outside of the top 5 as Gregson's up to 5th, so he's got more time to gain, and that is the problem with staying out that one lap longer. Staying on the pits one lap longer. But the position we're in, we can really race aggressively to try to get the win. We're already in the lead though, so that's a good sign. Trouble up ahead, and we have our first caution of the race. Luckily it was far enough ahead for me to get down onto the apron coming off of turn 4 to miss the wreck down the front straightaway. Something happened with a lap car there, maybe even 2 of them, but either way we have our first caution of the race with 143 laps to go, so we made it almost a third of the way through this one. Gonna stay out of the pits. It's gonna bunch the field back up. Jeffrey Earnhardt will get the free pass, leaving the other drivers on the lead lap after race to be the first driver 1 lap down. So we will head to the restart with 140 laps to go. Our first restart of the race following the first yellow. Reddick on the outside, Custer on the inside, 2 of the big 3 up in front on the front row. Green flag in the air, and we're back underway here at Homestead. Currently just trying to get back up to speed here. We're going to lead the opening lap off the restart, but Tyler Reddick is right on the back bumper, and Austin Cindric now looking to try and maybe get his lap back. Reddick to the inside, side by side for the lead in turns 1 and 2. Reddick with the slide job is going to clear us off in turn 2, but we're going to have the straightaway speed after running the top, and now we're going to try to cross over to the bottom in 3 and 4. Still side by side for the lead, going for it strong, and now Austin Cindric tries to squeeze on the bottom of the track. I'm loose off of turn 2. There's contact with the race leader, Tyler Reddick. Contact was made. Reddick beat us back to the line, but then we were able to take the lead right back, not officially at least. For some reason, this car is really loose right now. And once again, the short run car just not working out the best for us. Cindric praying for a caution as he's in 5th, back on the lead lap currently.
Still there.
The last driver on the lead lap with Gregson right behind the race leader of Tyler Reddick. Gregson is the first driver 1 lap down. I'm trying to run the top here the last few laps and really try and catch Reddick. Trying to use that draft off of the lap car of Noah Gragson as well. Down the straightaways, just trying to gain any sort of momentum I possibly can. Oh, in the wall. Kept trying. It just didn't work that time. Lost a little bit of time there. Reddick also went to the top, and because I made the mistake, Reddick was able to pull away just a little bit.
Careful, still there.
Reddick back down to the bottom. I go to the bottom to at least try to pass Noah Gragson, and the pass is going to be completed. Reddick doesn't have the clean air right now, and I think that's why he's not able to pull away. Austin Cindric blocking his way through here. And we're going to go back to the top. Custer trying to run down Reddick for the lead. Big moment in the race right now. Now a huge run on Tyler Reddick side by side for the lead again into turn 3.
Careful, still there. All right, you're clear.
Right behind Austin Cindric. And here comes Reddick back down to the bottom again, looking for a crossover move, and he's blocked off of turn 4 back to the start-finish line. 133 laps to go, and out of the top side of the track to try and get around Cindric.
Stay high up there.
Side by side. And that could allow a 3-car battle once again here.
Still there.
And out of the bottom of Cindric. Huge battle, another huge moment to put him a lap down. Going to complete the pass now. I've got the clean air out in front of the field. Reddick only 3 car lengths back of the lead, and now he looks to the inside of Cindric. And he tries to pull right back onto a back bumper again. Cindric closes the door, but I think the window of opportunity is closing for him to get his lap back on this green flag run. But he can hope for another caution and try to stay 1 lap down. Be the first driver a lap down. Get the free pass that way. I wonder, he battles with Reddick though. It might allow the 6th place driver Noah Gragson to catch him. And we have a caution, so that will put Cindric back on the lead lap. He got the quick yellow. If only he could have had that a few laps prior, could have helped him out as well. So it looks like everybody's going to pit here, so I'm going to stay with the same strategy as the leaders and fellow Championship 4 competitors. Going to pit. So going to win the race off of pit road as well. We're going to have 128 laps to go. Only a 11 lap green flag run that last time. Green flag back in the air following the 2nd caution of the race. And we'll get to see. Cindric going to restart at the rear of the field after getting the free pass, and the top 4 are all bunched together. Reddick was in 2nd. Great battle for 2nd going on right behind us off the restart, side by side between Reddick and Sieg. Sieg on the bottom, Reddick on the top. He got a little tight, had to get out of the gas. Now 3 wide for the lead. Off of turn 4. Very tight 3 wide battle here. And look at everybody close together. Two by two up in front. We quickly fall back to the 4th position. Trying to stay on these guys here for the race lead at least. Down to the bottom of the racetrack. Look at Jeffrey Earnhardt right up against the wall.
Inside.
And now Christopher Baldor inside. We just ran our fastest lap ever here at Homestead. Last lap was ran at a 32.448. Running some quick time here with these 4 fresh tires, but the leaders are just running a lot quicker of times. Huge scramble there between the 5 drivers up there for position. Christopher Bell fighting hard up the restart. He's in 7th, trying to become the first driver a lap down to get his lap back, just like Cindric did under that 2nd and last yellow that we had. And I'm currently in 4th with Noah Gragson in 5th. 4.5 seconds behind me in the race for the championship. Christopher Bell is in 6th. He has just cleared Noah Gragson, and now look at Chastain using the side draft off of our right rear corner panel off of turn 4.
Still there?
He's trying to join the fray as well.
Alright, you're clear there.
Not for position, but maybe in hopes of him getting his lap back soon.
Alright, clear on back.
Great battle for 6th there between Christopher Bell and Noah Gragson as they're still side by side to be the first driver 1 lap down. We're in the middle of that lap of this corner. Trying to run a different line from these guys in the corners at least. There's a draft here down the front straightaway. Oh.
Still there?
See, Gragson tried the bottom to get underneath Bell, but Bell was able to block him on the bottom of the racetrack.
Stay high up here.
Now 3 wide and very tight.
Stay high.
Between all 3 of us. Gragson able to pass Bell.
Still there.
Bell's not done fighting though. He's going to try to get back.
Clear high.
I go to the inside of Gragson, trying to slide up in front of him again, not for position. And clear him off of turn 4.
Clear high, clear high.
I'm trying to run down the leaders. Tyler Reddick out in front, Jeffrey Earnhardt 2nd, Ryan Sieg 3rd, Cole Custer 4th. Top 4 all running nose to tail. About 5 to 10 laps into this 3rd run of the race. Green flag run, that is. 3rd fuel run as well.
Stay high up here.
Everybody pitted under the last yellow. Still got 2 more sets of tires on pit road that I can use.
You got it. You're clear there.
Just made the pass on Ryan Sieg to move up to 3rd. Now trying to pass Jeffrey Earnhardt for second here on this next lap. To the outside in turns 1 and 2. That's how he got around C. Trying to do the same thing on Jeffrey Earnhardt.
Stay high, stay high. You got room, you're clear there.
Gonna work.
Inside.
Finally cleared Earnhardt at the line. Now trying to chase down the race leader Tyler Reddick. To the bottom of Reddick.
Stay out the bottom.
For the lead.
Clear high, bud.
We just passed him. And now for the third time already here tonight, Cole Custer is back out in front at Homestead. So 115 laps to go. Plenty of time in this one. Forced to try and decide the winner of the race. Now catching lap traffic here. Only the second time in this race today we have caught lap traffic.
You got room, you're clear.
Longest green flag run of the race was the opening green flag run. We went all the way through a fuel run and a little bit further than that, as the first caution of the race came out on lap 59. We've only had 2 cautions in this race in its entirety. Still with not quite at the halfway mark in this one. Likely just waiting to see the fact that we are going to catch another yellow before the end. 2-second lead on Tyler Reddick. Again, we don't have to beat Reddick for the title. As of right now, we have to currently beat Austin Cindric for the title, who is in 5th. Tough to tell who's going to be the first driver a lap down at this point. It was looking like a good battle between Noah Gragson and Christopher Bell, and even Ross Chastain starting to slowly catch up to both of them. Christopher Bell, another one of the Championship Corps drivers, and then Michael Annett, who has really struggled to even get into the top 10 in this race, is the other one. And that's going to have to make up a lot of ground and have a lot of good things come his way if he's going to want to win the title tonight. So realistically, we're probably looking at 3 drivers who could still win the title. Annett is by no means out of this one, but him being a lap down and in not even a close position to get the free pass at this point at almost the halfway mark. It's going to take a miracle. He's probably going to have back-to-back cautions within a couple laps of each other to really have a great chance to do it.
Stay on the bottom. Clear high, clear high. Still there. You got room, you're clear there. Stay on the bottom. All clear. Stay high up here. You got room, you're clear there.
Pretty cool though, between the Championship 4 here and the Xfinity Series, we have 4 different race teams. As far as organizations go, as well as me, Cole Custer here running for Stuart Haas Racing, Austin Cindric running for Penske Racing, Christopher Bell running for Joe Gibbs Racing, and Michael Annette running for Junior Motorsports. DEI equivalent in the Xfinity Series here. Because this is a season that was primarily ran in 2019, pretty much all but these last 2 races were run in the calendar year of 2019. It will be the 2019 NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship. And it will be 2020 for when I do the stage racing portion of it. That and I'm getting it done before the start of the actual season too, so definitely helps. And now we have a caution, 3rd caution of the race here today. It looks like everybody is going to come on to pit road at this point. So this is going to be a race right here. Do we stay out or do we pit? I think we're going to have to pit to stay on the same strategy once again here. 4 fresh tires, 3/4 of a tank of fuel will fill it up, and once again for the 2nd time today, under a yellow or pit stops under caution, we win the race off pit road, and we will control the pace on the restart. Green flag back in the air, 99 laps to go. We are just past halfway. Cross flags were in the air a lap ago. And as we are just past halfway in this one, Austin Cindric able to restart up towards the front, and look at Cindric. He was possibly looking to make it 3 wide for 2nd back there, but thought better of it. But it is almost time to get going here in the 2nd half of this race now, and the battle for the championship heating up. Again, only 3 cautions in this race, but 98 laps to go. We control the pace with the lead. Reddick looking for the lead now down to the inside. We're going to try to block him off, at least for right now. Jeffrey Earnhardt going to move to the top side of the track, really trying to get a move on, and here comes Cindric. Cindric with Christopher Bell right behind him. Two of the championship, four drivers trying to thread the middle. There's contact. Reddick to the lead, Cindric to the championship lead currently.
Say hi.
And here we go.
Got one peeking inside. All right, you're clear.
Austin Cindric right up against the wall, running the top side of the track. We are fading back quickly on the restart, more than what we have at all at any point in this race. As everybody seemingly slowly getting faster as the race moves on. Christopher Bell trying to get his lap back here under green. Maybe he can get the championship 4 mix once again. He is side by side with Reddick currently. Huge side draft off of Ray Black Jr. They're really trying to get around these lap cars as quick as possible. Cindric in third. He is only one position ahead of us, but again, currently in the lead as far as the championship is considered. Only about 0.8 of a second back, so we're still less than a second back at Cindric, and with him not being able to have the clean air even, it's also hurting him. Currently, Christopher Bell's got the clean air on the racetrack. He's one of the last drivers a lap down. In fact, Ross Chastain's up there as well, trying to get his lap back. Christopher Bell trying to get it done, but currently the race leader is Tyler Reddick. He's got Ryan Sieg in second, just a couple car lengths back of him, and then a couple car lengths back from Sieg is Austin Cindric. Custer in fourth, about 0.6 of a second to a half second back from Cindric. These last two laps now, we have gained 1/10 of a second in each of the last two laps on Cindric. Trying to gain 1/10 of a second once again on him here on this lap. And at the line we will. So we're only half second back. Is quite frankly pretty different. Cindric has been running the top here these last few laps. I switched my line to the bottom. Trying to keep the airflow of the car going strong. Run the middle here, and thought about running the top, and Cindric ran the top. Didn't want to do it. But we are now within striking distance. 91 laps to go. Dive bomb here through turns 1 and 2 down to the bottom, and we are now side by side. Nope, not quite. Got to the corner panel, that was it. Going to try to get him now into turns 3 and 4. Side draft here going into turns 3 and 4. Very close to one another, and the championship battle is on as we are door to door. With 90 laps to go. Ryan Sieg is not only taking the lead away from Tyler Reddick, but has passed the lap cars now to get the clean air as well. We have just cleared Cindric off of turn 2. Now 3 wides, trying to split the lap traffic and trying to get around Tyler Reddick for second.
Careful, still there.
It's going to work. They're going to clear Reddick for second off of turn 4. A little over a half second back from the race leader, Jeffrey Earnhardt. I thought it was Ryan Sieg who had taken the lead. My bad, it was Jeffrey Earnhardt. Sieg is back in the 5th position. About 3 seconds off the lead. About 2.5 seconds back from where we're at in second. Got a little bit of damage on the car though. On the rear bumper, we're probably going to have to pit for that within the next couple laps. We only have one set of tires left, so we will not pit for tires. It'll be strictly to repair damage. We're going to try to take the lead before that. Give us the best track position possible here. Big move down to the bottom now, side by side for the lead at the line. And in the middle of turns 1 and 2, we're going to clear Jeffrey Earnhardt, and we are going to get to the lead. He's going to try a crossover move, though, back down to the bottom, but we're going to throw the block on him off of turn 2. 86 to go. We're just taking the lead. Only the 4th time today, though. Lap traffic coming here in the next couple of laps, but we will not be a part of it this time through. As we're about to hit pit road, slowing it down now through turns 3 and 4, trying to back it down to get onto pit road. On the brakes, got to make sure we don't lock the tires up. And we made it. So, no tires, no fuel taken here. It's a short little pit stop to keep things going. And hopefully with pitting from the lead here, we can try to keep our position on the racetrack.
Hold your line, got one outside.
So we are currently in 6th. Cindric leading the championship battle here.
Still there.
Earnhardt's close to us, but we're going to stay on the lead lap, so that's a good sign. We're still within a striking distance shot at the championship. Only 83 laps to go. I am pretty certain that these laps are going to come by fairly quick. We're going to go a long time here during the mid portion of this race. Making things interesting. Go back to the in-car cam once again here with 83 to go for me. 82 laps to go though for the race leader, Jeffrey Earnhardt.
Careful, still there. You're all clear up high. Clear high, clear high.
To go.
Still there? Alright, you're clear.
For the final time today, we are riding along in the in-car cam, then we will switch to the hood cam, and then the front bumper cam off for the final time, not only of the day, but on the season here for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. And for the final time, quite frankly, for the Ford Mustang. and hit nudge nudge for who I might pick to run in the Xfinity Series. It will not be Aaron Ford. Not that I haven't had good success, because I have had good success.
Careful, still there. Road clear. You got room, you're clear. Clear all around. Clear all around. You got room, you're clear then. Stay low, stay low. You got room, you're clear. You got room, you're clear.
Oh, shit. You already know who you're taking off.
I gotta see who they took.
Nelly took DK Metcalf,
Dang it!
and Guru took Lynch.
I was gonna take Thielen and Metcalf.
Yeah, not too much. Thielen's still there. You can look for your players, but that's who's been taken so far.
Yeah, I know. I've been keeping an eye on it.
I almost went running back. But yeah, I'm actually glad the time took Tyreek Hill, because that way Guru could not match up any players with Mahomes.
I was just gonna get two solid wide receivers out of the way, but then if he took Metcalf,
And Diggs went before him. Tyreek Hill.
that sucks that everybody was taking quarterbacks right after me, because I was hoping that Genius wasn't gonna get left with a solid running back, and then he takes Mark Ingram, who I was debating on either him or Aaron Jones first pick, and
Oh.
so he ended up getting.
Yeah, but Ingram had that sprain. At least Jones is coming in fully healthy.
Yeah, but I
like your pick.
trust that offense. I think I'm just gonna take Thielen and Damian Williams.
Ooh, that's a good pick. I considered him, matching him up with Mahomes.
He scored double digits the last 2 weeks for the Chiefs.
Because it was him or now I'll only talk about it because I know he won't be out there by the time he gets back.
Scored 12 and 23 last 2 weeks, Damian Williams did. I think I'm just gonna take him.
I'd rather help you out than have what's his face. Let me look this.
No, I already picked him.
Okay. I do like this thing on the home page where it's got the Your guy hasn't even gotten a quarter. I'm seriously considering taking quarterback next round.
I'm just gonna sit on one.
I do not want to get Tannehill or Cousins.
I don't care.
Against them defenses.
I don't care. I'm gonna.
I have a feeling Genius will take Deshaun Watson if I don't want to take him.
I'm probably taking tight end, wide receiver next 2 picks, to be completely honest. Well, maybe not tight end, wide receiver for sure, but.
Yeah, see, I'm going wide out or running back if that running back's still there. It honestly depends on what time ends up taking. If he takes a quarterback, I may take a quarterback, just so I don't get stuck with the last 2. Like my personal, or I meant Tannehill. I don't really want him, and I don't want Cousins. That, and when I'm playing Mahomes, I need somebody I can somewhat trust. Now, honestly, I'm thinking either Russell Wilson or Deshaun. Kind of leaning towards Russell Wilson.
I'd probably rather take Deshaun Watson between the 2.
See, your guys got Hopkins.
It's gonna be playing in a cold Lambeau Field on a Sunday night.
Are they?
Yeah,
that's one thing I didn't check.
6:40 start time. Supposed to be in the. Let me check weather just to make sure. When I checked it over the weekend, it was supposed to be in the low 20s. Which actually isn't too bad for Green Bay, I guess.
Windy.
In January. Sunday nights. $21 Green Bay.
Maybe Russell Wilson won't be a good one.
21 degrees. Chance of snow isn't until after midnight, so.
I do like Deshaun or not. Yeah, like I said, it's between them 2, but because Deshaun, even when he played KC earlier this year, scored 26 points against him. I don't know, it kind of irritates me that my guy took a freaking quarterback the way he did, because I know I'll end up getting stuck with one. There's 3 quarterbacks I wouldn't mind that's left. And honestly, it's kind of nice that I'm in the middle where I'm at, because I can sit back. Let's say Lars don't take a quarterback. I can pass one up this round, take one coming back, and still get one of my 3. Now, depending on what time I'll probably take a running back. He texted me, I should have took a runner. Jimmy G wouldn't be bad. My personal reasons for Tannehill and Cousins not wanting him is just the pass defense they're playing. San Fran's number 3 in the league in pass defense. Baltimore's like number 6 in pass.
That's why I didn't want AJ Brown.
Yeah, the only reason why I would want AJ Brown is if they're playing from behind. You know what I mean? If let's say Baltimore scores on their first 3 possessions and they basically take the ball out of Henry's hands where they gotta throw it, then AJ Brown will start scoring. I think that's the only way he'll score. There ain't a whole lot of freaking wideouts out. You did take Thielen then?
Yeah. I told Nelly he stole my wide receiver, but he was like, I was thinking this whole time I was going to take Adams from you, but then Adams went before me. That was another one I would have taken. I figured Adams would be gone before, whether it was in the first round or the second round before I picked. I figured he was going to be gone anyway, so I wasn't really banking on having him.
Lars even asked, he goes, do you think that was a good pick, Adams, or was it too early? I go, honestly, no. The guy you're playing's got Rodgers. That was a good pick. I would have definitely took him. He goes, yeah, but I probably could have got him coming back. I go, no, you wouldn't.
No.
I would have took him coming back second round. I would have took him over Kelsey. Because I think, even no matter how cold it is, he's still going to have 15
He's going to be the top target in that game.
Yeah.
Not just for the Packers. I feel like he's going to have more receptions than anybody in the game.
I think he'll have like 8 or 9 receptions on 15 targets.
He's the only guy that you can trust on that Packers receiving team.
Yeah. The other
You
ones are hit or
can't.
miss.
They drop the ball all the time. Even Jimmy Graham's been dropping the ball like crazy this year. Like he can't even count on
He
it.
hasn't really scored much.
He's had 3 touchdowns all year.
One thing I will say about Jimmy,
They're all in the first 6 weeks of the season too.
vendetta against Seattle.
Nah,
Watch, he might score.
he only played with them for a couple years.
Yeah, but the way they let him go and everything.
Oh, obviously he hasn't done with anything for Green Bay, so I could see why they let him go.
True. Yeah, Breeze made him who he was. Yeah, I'm not even worried about defense this round. Last round I did, and it didn't really. I mean, it did help me. I got 8 points, but that's what was weird. Until Cousins come along, I didn't score more than 8 points out of a single player last week, but I had like 4 of them had 8 points, which is good, I guess. I just didn't get anybody with TDs. Yeah, I think Andrews, if he is out there for you, would be a good pick, like you said.
If he is, I don't think he will be. That's the only way I'm taking a tight end, I think, next time is if Andrews is still out there.
I think that might be smart enough to snag him would be Nelly.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because he's pretty smart about his research.
I feel like he'll be gone anyway before I get my 4th. I still have 15 picks before I pick again. I guarantee he's gone.
Hofstadter was good. Seattle.
Yeah.
He's only had a couple weeks where he had TDs, but he's always been a lot of targets.
That's alright. I'll probably just definitely take a wide receiver next time, but I guess it just depends who's left as far as where I go after that.
And hell, that tight end from Tennessee might not be bad if they are playing from behind. Because he had a lot of targets. One that took over for Delaney.
Mm.
So like Juju, not Juju Smith, but I could talk tight ends with you all you want. Because mine, I honestly flipped a coin at work. I flipped it between Tyreek Hill and, because I figured if I took Kelsey, my guru would take Tyreek to team him up. Then when I seen fucking Lars took Tyreek, I was like, yeah! I'd rather see him have him than... I did not want to see double points with him. Only other one I wouldn't mind getting now would be Sammy Watkins to cover him. I thought about him. But I'm not going to waste an earlier round pick on him. Not worth it.
I bet Lars will probably take him soon.
Yeah. Being the Buffalo.
He probably will.
No, he can't.
So he got 2 wideouts?
Yeah. He went wide out.
Adams, oh yeah, Adams and Hill, I guess.
Yeah,
that's a
like,
good, that's a deadly duo though.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that. I should have took a runner on
that's
I
deadly.
Even told him,
that could be 3 touchdowns this weekend.
that's how I started last week. Wide out. It is the talent pool is different this week compared to last week. To me, I think there's more wideouts this week than there is
There's a lot of
running
wide
backs.
receivers.
God, I'd love if most of them fell back to me, but I don't think he will. At 49ers.
I kind of have a guy I'd like to take later for a wide receiver, but I don't know when I should pull the trigger on him. I just have to wait.
Hang out and wait. All right, don't tell me because
Yeah, I know.
I'm really considering letting my second running back just go, and as soon as draft's over, dropping and picking up flex, because I know there's 2 wideouts out there that are pretty deep, even on the depth charts, but they've been actually lighting it up lately. Obviously, they'd be hit or miss, but
Yeah.
if I can get other talent and then just hope to hit with the right flex.
I won't have to worry about a flex because I got 2 number 1 running backs. So
I mean,
don't
hell,
have to-
look at the people that took the shot on that Hill last week. He scored 14 points on our team.
Taysom Hill?
Yeah,
Nobody took him.
no.
Nelly,
But-
well, Nelly did after.
Right, but that's funny though. He scored 14 flipping points.
That's because he's listed as a quarterback, though.
Yeah. He still outscored half of them.
Yeah, that's just risky, though.
I mean, Tannehill only had 5 points.
I think he should be listed as like a receiver on there, to be completely honest.
Yeah, something. Flex.
Yeah. He's a utility player.
I was going to say like a baseball utility.
Alright, folks. We are back. Sorry for the disruption. And we are going to finish the rest of this race here tonight. Currently in 6th on the racetrack. We got less than 80 laps to go on the season for the championship for the NASCAR Xfinity Series here. And I'll tell you, it is going to be a very tight one. I don't know what's to come. We got 3 drivers who have DNF'd in this race, with Christopher Bell and Michael Annette are a lap down. Chastain's got the free pass position as of right now. And we got somebody blowing up here just in front of us, and the caution is out in turns 3 and 4. Caution is out. And again, we only have 1 set of tires left. So with 75 laps to go, we get caution number 4 in this race. We're going to stay out of the pits here. That'll give us the race lead. And we'll see what we can do from there.
We're going green.
I don't know.
Almost ready now.
Green flag back in the air here at Homestead. 72 laps to go to decide the champion in the Xfinity Series. We are going to drop like a fly in the restart it. Going to try to run this out as long as we can, but we're just going to get swallowed up by all these fresh guys on fresh tires right behind us. So I'm not expecting too much here. Love the block, but at the same time, I just know I'm going to get passed anyway here. So we're back up to speed. So it's nice that I led the first lap at least off the restart. Heck, the way things are going, might be able to lead the second lap off the restart as well. Tyler Reddick in second currently right now as we all try to block everybody off. And this is getting close right up against the wall here, having to let some of these guys go. And Noah Gregson out in front. Austin Cindric Ross Chastain got the free pass there under that fourth caution of the race, so currently 7 drivers on the lead lap. Christopher Bell is the driver that is first driver 1 lap down right now, but again though, we're just gonna have to wait and see. These guys are all gonna keep on keeping on.
Still there?
We'll have to see if the longer the run goes, we can catch them even on older tires. I don't think we will. 67 laps to go in the race. And just the timing of when everybody pits, if we stay green to the finish, it's going to be the key in this one. Again, we are not racing for the win. I mean, we will try to win, but number one key, we got to walk out of here with the championship. Cindric only 2 positions ahead of us, just over a second and a half ahead in 4th. You see, we're racing for the title right now. Gonna race him clean for the title, but I mean, I will do anything I can coming out of turn 4 on the final lap if we're close to each other to try and hang on and get Cole Custer his first career NASCAR Xfinity Series championship. So now 64 laps to go. We're actually catching Christopher Bell here, surprisingly, but Bell is a lap down, the first driver a lap down. He's still just not got the speed here to hang with us, despite only being 2 positions behind me and only 4 behind the championship leader of Austin Cindric. Ryan Sieg racing hard with Cindric though, trying to get him back. Go to the outside to try and get around Bell. Gonna work. Gonna clear him before we get into turn 1. Cindric and Sieg have been racing hard for the 4th position. That is allowing me to close the gap. Quite surprised I'm actually able to hang in far into the run. Things are starting to even out here the longer the runs go, even if I have older tires down. And we're ready to up against the wall, carrying great speed down the back straightaway and into turn 3.
Still there.
To the outside for 5th on Ryan Sieg in turns 3 and 4. Can we get there? And we are still side by side off of turn 4 now. Cindric leads the championship battle, but not by much here. Side by side for 4th now for the championship between Cindric and Custer. 4th and 5th place on the racetrack. Side drafted him off of turn 2. Got a little loose, but then was able to keep it off of him. Stay in the gas, use the side draft and pull not only alongside of him, but pull past him as well. So off of turn 4, Custer will be the new championship leader with 59 laps to go. So still not quite to the final quarter of this race, but we are closing in very quickly on that. Catching up to Noah Gregson as well. Gregson in 3rd currently. Good battle for the lead up ahead too between Tyler Reddick and Jeffrey Earnhardt.
Still there.
Lap traffic will be looming very soon here. Reddick now to the outside. To get every sort of advantage he possibly can. We're up to 3rd though. Clearing Gregson off of turn 4. 57 laps to go. Just closing the gap there on that 2nd place driver in the 2 car of Tyler Reddick.
Stay on the bottom. You got room. You're clear.
Now we're up to 2nd, trying to get Jeffrey Earnhardt here for the lead. Down the front straightaway at the line, Earnhardt leads the lap. We're now looking for the lead into turn 1 on the outside of the racetrack. We're side by side for the lead. And easily on the outside of the track, going to clear Earnhardt off of turn 2. And it will be official when we get back to the start-finish line, and I will officially be back in the race lead. Custer back in the lead with 55 laps to go now. Traffic needed as well. We're going to run this fuel tank to its very end before bringing it on the pit road for the final time here tonight.
Still there. Got one up top.
We have one set of tires left, so we might as well only pit one more time. So we'll try to easily be able to make it on field to the finish as we get under 50 laps to go. So we went about 52 laps on the opening run of the race, running the full field run. So I'm glad I got to see that out before the end here. So even if a caution was to come out now, we'd pit, we'd be good to the end on fuel. Tires would also be good to the end. We didn't have to pit for tires first, we only pitted for gas. Got to the end of that first field run of the race.
Still there. You got room. You're clear there. Careful. Still there.
Right up against the wall.
All right. You're clear.
Squeezing past Vinnie Miller. Only a 3-second lead on Jeffrey Earnhardt, who is in 2nd. And Tyler Reddick in third. Reddick has been pretty much in the top three, mostly the top two the majority of the race.
You got room. You're clear. Clear low, clear low. Go easy on the tires.
So when we do pit from the lead, it's going to act as if we're short pitting in a sense too, knowing that we can make it on fuel. So we will actually be faster than everybody else, gain that time before they come on the pit road. But as soon as they come off the pit road, then they are going to be a lot faster than us, trying to catch all that time back up. And we'll see if they can catch us before the finish. But again, even if the second place driver, who was only 4.5 seconds back of the lead, Jeffrey Earnhardt, catches us, and Tyler Reddick catches us, and Noah Gregson and Ryan Siegel catch us. Sieg in 5th place, 9 seconds back. We'd still be the champion as of right now. Just a decision on how far you wait. Can you make it to the end? It will be very, very interesting to see how Cindric will do that. Nobody can make it on fuel to the end of the race from that last pit stop before we went green with 72 laps left. It is just not possible. Everybody's going to be at least 10 to 15 laps short. I don't think they should wait that long to pit. Although we'll have to see. You never know how the cautions could play out too. Or if I'll be a lap down, because that's very well possible. A loose movement there off of turn 2. Plenty of track to catch it though.
Careful there. You got room. You're clear. Fuel's got to be low, driver. Let's pit this lap.
Gonna stay out of the pits here. One more lap we're gonna pit this next time by, and that will be our final pit stop of the race. We will take 4 fresh tires, full tank of fuel, and we will have 45 laps to go when we come out of the pits.
Bring it out pit road here. We're almost out of fuel.
It's coming onto pit road here with just under a 7.5 second lead. Here we go. Final fuel run of the day. We will not even reach the full fuel run in the process. 4 fresh tires, full tank of fuel on pit road. And here we go. Again, though, all to decide the winner of the NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship and possibly even the race 2 here, Homestead-Miami Speedway. So an interesting strategy play. If we stay green for the final 72 laps, it would be the longest green flag run of the race by 3 laps.
All right, now, dig.
In a race that would only be full of 4 cautions. On the access road here, trying to get back up to speed. So now Austin Cindric has the advantage currently. And we are a lap down for the time being. And how long now will the leader stay out of the pits as we are back up to speed with 44 laps to go?
All clear.
44 for us, that is. 43 for the race leader, Jeffrey Earnhardt, who controls the pace of the race. And Cindric pits, though, too, if he does run it all the way to the end. And even if he doesn't, he can take 2 tires instead of 4. Maybe he could gain time that way, too, on pit road. Maybe save himself about 10 seconds or so. Again, that's what makes the strategy race so interesting here, to develop to the end.
Clear down low. All right, you're clear then. Careful, still there.
Currently, Cole Custer here in 7th. First driver 1 lap down on Christopher Bell. If we get our lap back before a caution is to come out, then Christopher Bell will get his lap back, though he will have to restart at the rear of the field and try to win the championship from there.
Clear high, clear high. Careful, still there. You got room, you're clear.
A lot of questions here just to be decided in the final race of the season, with now 38 laps to go. Sorry, 39 laps to go for the race leader, Jeffrey Earnhardt. We are currently a lap down, but we're about to get our lap back. So Earnhardt moves to the inside. And we're going to now try to make the pass to the inside of him after he clears the lap car of Elliott Sadler. So now we are back on the lead lap here at Homestead. So the caution comes out. We'll bunch the field back up. We will stay out. We will be the race leader. Everybody else will pit. And then we will try to hang on from there.
You got room, you're clear there.
On a little bit older tires. That will be the scenario to the finish of the race. We are going to be about 10 laps to the good on fuel. Plenty of fuel. Tires will be plenty good. We will not have to worry about that whatsoever. Trying to go out with a bang. Finished the season on a 6-race win streak, all in the playoffs. We swept the last round in the round of 8. We won the second and third race of the playoffs in the second and third race of the round of 12. So riding a 5-race win streak, longest of the season, entering this point, definitely a hottest part of the year, and as we try to win the championship, this is going to be interesting. As of right now, we don't have to win the race, but we do have to finish top 5 here to get the championship. Again, though, caution comes out, bunches the field back up, me and Cindric back in, Bell back on the lead lap. To pretty much all but write off Michael Annett as far as his chances to win the titles. It's looking like he is going to finish 4th in this regular season battle. I'm sorry, not regular season battle, but this championship battle. So just with the short pitting and me being good to the end on fuel for sure. I can push it as hard as I can. I think it's going to take a caution for Cindric to have a shot to win the championship, or even anybody else to just win the race.
Still there. All right, you're clear there.
Oh, a little contact there with Vinnie Miller.
At the bottom here.
We're all good though.
Clear outside.
So is he. See Ross Chastain way off in the distance there, about 4 seconds ahead of us in 6th. About a half a straightaway ahead. Again, splitting the lap traffic right up the middle here. Once I get by him, that means Austin Cindric will be the next driver on the lead lap I have to catch. And once again, Cindric is currently the championship leader, and he's like, how many laps are left? Oh, wait, I still got to pit? Yep. But can't really keep that in the mind of him. He's running as hard laps as he can, and it's showing despite the fact he's got older tires than what I've got. But
Stay low, stay low.
it's going to be too much to be overmatched unless, again, we get a caution, which is what he's hoping for. And the later that caution comes out, the more of a chance that they're going to have a chance of winning the race. Because that's going to be the older the tires I've got. So I hope to make them pull off, but again, they're going to have to pit here within the next 15 to 20 laps. We'll eventually have to see. Chastain, next driver, just in front of us. He will be passed, and we are now up to 6th
Still there.
here in the race today. And how about our teammate Chase Briscoe? Had such a great season. Finished 2nd in the regular season. We finished 1-2 in the regular season title, but somehow Briscoe did not even make the championship race in Miami. Missed the final cut spot by 10 points. It was close, but wasn't close enough. Ended his season in the last race at Phoenix. And now less than 12 seconds behind the championship leader, Austin Cindric, who's in 5th. We're in 6th. Even Christopher Bell in 8th, but he's a lap down. Cindric's actually catching the 4th place driver, Ryan Seed. Could be good, because that just makes another driver for position that we have to pass. We know the pass for the championship will be made, it's just a matter of when.
Stay on the bottom. You got room, you're clear there.
Cindric is currently on the hot seat. Again, just praying for a caution. Anytime here that can give him a chance.
You got room, you're clear
We gotta
there.
race everybody clean because we don't want that caution. We cannot pit again. Earn hard about it.
All right, you're
2/3 of a track lead on us. A little less than 2/3 of a track lead. A little less than 20 seconds ahead of us. Now we're 8 seconds back of Cindric.
Careful, still there.
Cindric about a second back of Ryan Seed for 4th. Still closing in on him. One on the top side of the track recently. Brown in 9th, he's a lap down, but having a good day, and then
All right, you're clear
season
there.
finale for everybody else. And even if you're not in the playoffs, you still want to go out with a bang, winning the final race of the season. 25 laps to go. Race leader Jeffrey Earnhardt about to make it 24 laps to go. So yep, 24 laps to go in the race. 4.5 seconds back of Cindric. And when do we make that move?
All right, clear low. Looking inside now. All clear.
A little bit of time off of us. Lost a little bit of ground from Cindric there. Kind of got into the wall, but we're still going to stay on the outside of the racetrack. Still our best line. Two and a half seconds back of the lead now. Down to the bottom. And 3 and 4 about to catch up to Christopher Bell again. Split the line traffic right through the middle there, and we are catching Cindric now. Just over 1 second back of the championship leader.
Watch that car in front of you. He's slowing down. He's going
And this
to
is about the time, right before we pass him, it looks like he's going to try to make his way onto pit road. Race leader's on. So is everybody else. We have just passed Cindric and the race leader, Tyler Reddick, at the line. And just like that, we not only took the lead, but we took the championship lead away at the line that time. With 21 laps to go, we now control the pace of this one. Will we stay green to the finish, or will we get a caution to bunch everything back up once again? So everybody is now pitting for the final time.
We've got
20 laps to go. Cindric has now fallen outside of the top 5. The second place driver of Jeffrey Earnhardt. Jeffrey trying to get back up to speed, and we are not quite going to catch him. So the race for the win definitely still on if we get a caution. 19 laps to go. It's key to hold everybody a lap down that's behind us. They're going to be a lot faster than us, though. We just got to keep it going. And close in on the title. And now Cindric doesn't want a caution, at least until he can get the lap back, if at all possible. And at the same time, we might be too far into this. Might be a little bit of an anticlimactic finish to the championship and to the season if we stay green, but It's only deserving here for Cole Custer, the season of dominance. A lot of heavy lap traffic could be coming up here in the next few laps. Might allow us to actually catch Jeffrey Earnhardt and maybe put him a lap down again. He's trying to squeeze through the middle of the lap traffic. We still have a race for the win here if the caution comes out.
Still there? Careful, still there. Preload, preload.
We do have some lap traffic right now.
Still there? All clear.
So unlike the Truck Series, where we had to win the race to win the championship,
Careful, still
we
there.
look like we're going to go on our way to win the race, although we didn't have to win the race to win the championship.
Still there.
In fact, it's looking like we just had to finish in the top 5 to do it.
Preload.
I'm not sure exactly where. Driver is on pit road. Or that driver is on the racetrack that we have to beat. We have another driver DNF though, just after the green flag pit stops. We have 4 on pit road right now out of the race. So that'll be 38 car field. As of right now, 34 are on track to finish. With only 2 of them on track to finish on the lead lap. Can't lap yourself when you're leading, so Jeffrey Earnhardt, the lone wolf out there, just trying to hold on with 11 laps to go and maybe at least finish on the lead lap with a solid second place finish to finish his season out. It's a very topsy-turvy season here. Like we've got a decent more lap traffic coming. He's racing hard to try and get away from me here. 10 laps to go.
Careful, still there. All right, you're clear.
Philly Gates kind of got in our way on the outside of the track there through 1 and 2. Same thing with Kaz Gralla.
Still there.
Force us to run the middle. Giving kudos and props here to Jeffrey Earnhardt, not giving up on his hopes of winning a race here to end the season. 32.5 seconds off the lead, but our teammate Chase Briscoe going to let us go and put him 2 laps down, and now to the outside of Jeffrey Earnhardt to put him a lap down. Off of turn 4, side by side at the line, he barely beat us. Got Stephen Light right there. We're going to try to split the lap traffic. Jeffrey Earnhardt able to hang on.
Looking inside now. You're all clear on the bottom there.
trying to squeeze past Vinnie Miller. Contact there with the wall.
Careful, still there.
Jeffrey Earnhardt hanging on, 7 laps to go. He's trying to hope for a caution. Be a lot better battle if it wasn't for the championship. Knowing he's up against the possible champion here. Trying to hold pace in case of a caution. So he can win the race, but it wouldn't matter if he wins the race because we would still be the champ. Six to go. Now to the inside of Jeffrey Earnhardt.
Stay low, stay low. You got room, you're clear then.
Like I said, we were going to come in here, and number 1, we were going to go for the championship. Number 2, we were going to go for the win. We have the championship locked up, and it's looking like that's the case. Christopher Bell, no longer the first driver lap down. That goes to Jeffrey Earnhardt in second. 5 laps to go now. Ross Chastain about to go 2 laps down in 7th. In fact, Christopher Bell is 2 laps down in 8th. He just cleared Chastain to put him 2 laps down. Austin Cindric now up into the top 5. He is in 5th.
Still there. Clear high, bud.
So it looks like we're going to have to finish 4th to win the championship. 4th or better. We're in the lead. 4 laps to go. Just trying to get to the white flag to signify that if the caution comes out, we still win the race. Checker flag will fly.
Still there. You're all clear up top.
Ready to go. If Cindric's got any sort of shot to finish 4th on Ryan Seed. And we've got a car blowing up here just in front of us. Will that bring out the caution?
Clear high, bud.
Look like it was Tommy Joe Martins in the 99 car trying to get out of the way there after blowing an engine. 2 laps to go now. We'll see.
Here you go, driver.
Looked like he was able to make it onto pit road.
You're all clear up top.
So we almost had a yellow. Would have given Jeffrey Earnhardt his lap back for getting the free pass. That's not going to happen as we stay green to the end here. We will not have overtime, and we will likely get back to the white flag. Yes, we will. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go on the race and the championship season here for the NASCAR Xfinity Series with no stage racing. We'll have another season with stages, both the trucks and Xfinity and Cup. Still got to finish the Cup Series season here. We're going to finish this race 7 laps to the good on fuel. We will run the final 72 laps under green. Only 4 cautions in the race today. Longest green flag stretch of the race as well. Checker flag in the air. Cole Custer will get the win and the championship for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Cole Custer is your 2019 champion. And it's a burnout victory celebration time now for Cole Custer and the Jacob Company's 00 Ford GT Mustang for Stuart Haas Racing. A big win on a very great season with a lot of wins that were in total, including a 6-race win streak to end the year. Trying to drive this to the front stretch where the victory lane celebration is. So that is going to be it here for the season. 108 minutes total time here in this Xfinity Series race. 300 miles, 200 laps. That equals out to an hour and 38 minutes in total time. Austin Cindric ended up getting in the 5th position, so that means we had to finish 4th or better to win the championship. We got the race win along with it, so we have to do a double burnout ourselves. There is Cole Custer in victory lane. Big race win, big title win at that. So that is going to put a cap off to the season there. Reddick had the fast lap, 31.383. I led the most laps with 101 out of the 200 laps led. Just over half the race was led by me. And that is going to be it here for this one. We only got more in store for the Cup Series and more in store for all 3 series with stage racing. So still plenty more NASCAR Heat 4 content to come here over the next few months. So long, folks. I'll see you next time. Hit the like button if you like the video, race, and or commentary. Hit the subscribe button for more NASCAR Heat 4 and other future-related NASCAR content. Got some more NASCAR trips coming up here this coming season, and it's going to be a fun, big year.